David Rose, welcome back, David. And I believe that's going to be a Rotary Club of Orlando member soon. So glad to have you here. And PDG AJ Range from Oviedo, welcome back. Glad to have you with us. And how do we welcome our Rotary? Wait. Oh, well, I don't have a card.
Gianna Beecham. I'll do that.
Okay.
Welcome, Gianna.
And Gianna Beecham. Thank you.
Okay.
All
Glad
right.
to have all of you with us. Thank you. And how do we welcome our guests and visitors?
Hello, stranger. Gather round. Welcome to our friendly town. Don't feel lonesome. Let's shake hands. You're among Rotarians.
Okay.
Sit down.
Okay.
Okay. Just hang right here. One second. Okay.
That's a challenge.
I know it. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. I've asked Marianne to stay here at the podium for one more announcement. Marianne took on the Herculean task this year of finding new board members for next year's board of directors. And she did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, due to a little bookkeeping slip up, we ended up one chair short after we were done. And it was pointed out to us after all the work was done. So Marianne, I'm going to let you go ahead and explain what happened there.
All right. We were one board member short for the 23-24, 24-25 season. So we have asked Candace Griffith to please serve again for another term. She has agreed to do that. So we now have our full complement of 9 board members who will be serving for the next 2 years. And we're delighted to have her back. So thank all of you for your participation in getting all of this done. And we've got a great year planned next year. Thank you.
Let's have a hand for Marianne. Come on. And at the risk of repeating myself, Marianne did a fantastic job of gathering up the potential candidates for our board of directors and getting them all in for a vote. And she just did a fantastic job. So we really appreciate that work, Marianne. And now introduced as a visiting Rotarian was Dr. Yogi Devaraj. Please come up here, doctor. We have a banner exchange. And Bill Pieper, can I ask you to? Okay. Would you like to say a few words? Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, look, please.
Namaste to all of you.
Please come on the mic here.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Namaste to all of you. It's a very rare combination of 2 clubs. One is 103 years old and the other one is 3 years old. I'm really, really thankful to all of you, especially to the president, for giving me this opportunity of speaking to you all. The purpose of our club is, name itself indicates, Rotary Bangalore Global Yoga. This is for health and happiness of all the comrades, of the friends, Rotarians on the globe. So with this, I thank once again the president for giving me this opportunity. And I'd like to honor him with this one from.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And recently, from Rotary Bangalore Global Yoga, from the Rotary International District 3190, we have organized Global Yoga Summit. From 78 countries, people have come as speakers and delegates. This also I'm handing over to our president here.
Thank you.
And it's my great wish.
Now this is Bill. Can we get a picture of
Yes.
this? Okay,
Yes.
that's better. All
Thank
right.
you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor. Well, continuing on, I would like to ask President of the Rotary Club of Orlando Foundation, George Mills, to please come up here and introduce the students that we have sponsored.
Okay, thank you, David. Well, we're excited today. We've got 3 of our scholarship students attending this luncheon today. They've completed their first semester at Valencia College and are in the middle of their second semester. I'm going to ask each one to come on up and tell us a little bit about what they're studying, how they're doing, and go from there forward. Let's see who we've got here. We have Jayana Beecham. Jayana, if you would come up. Go ahead. Tell us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jayana Beecham. I'm currently 18 years old. My birthday is in 2 months, May 19th, so I'll be 19 on May 19th. I'm in my second semester at Valencia. My major was criminal justice and associates in criminal justice, but I talked to my academic advisor and she told me, being that I want to be a law enforcement officer, to change my major to an AS in general studies and an AA in law enforcement and academy track. I can't do that part of my major until my last semester, which would be next year, January. Law Enforcement Academy is 5 months, 20 weeks. So I'll be doing it from January all the way to May of 2024. I'm doing very good right now. Last semester, I only passed 3 out of 4 classes, but this semester I'm going to make it a goal to pass all 4 because I am taking 4 classes, 12 credits. And I just want to thank Rotary Club for giving me this opportunity to win a scholarship.
Thank you, Jayana. Thank you very much. Let's see, we have Gauri Daniels. If you would come up and tell us something about yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gauri Daniels. I just turned 19 on Monday, and I currently am doing general studies at Valencia. I am considering doing business for my major, and I plan to do my 2 years at Valencia and then transfer to UCF and finish my career and work hard with the opportunity that this scholarship gave me. And I'm just so grateful that you guys picked me, and I will plan to use the scholarship to the best of my abilities. Thank you.
All right, we have Lana Andela. Did I say that right? Close enough, right? Okay.
Hello, my name is Lana Abdullah. My birthday is actually next Friday. I'll be turning 19. I'm a nursing major. Starting next fall, I do plan on starting nursing school, depending if I get into the UCF or Valencia nursing program. Hope I get into both, but we'll see. School has been good so far. Definitely a lot more dense this semester. I'm taking more dense classes like microbiology, anatomy, physiology 1, but I'm just learning to manage my time more and make sure I'm focusing on what I need to focus on and just making sure I'm getting everything done to keep my future going.
Thank you. Let's give our 3 scholarship students a hand again.
Thank you, George. We have a 4th scholarship student, but unfortunately, she has a job. Fortunately, I should say, she has a job, and she was not able to get out of work to come to us, but she sends her thanks to us as well. Now, you all remember Lucas Saletti, who was our exchange student. He's joining us again today. And so, Lucas, would you like to come up and one more time, just say a couple words to the club?
Good morning, everyone. So it's been an amazing year so far, 9 months in America, living my dream. I'd like to thank you all for the opportunities. So I'd like to talk a little bit about how was my last month. So last month, I went to RILA. You guys know what's RILA, right? So it was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed that. So all the exchange students were together, all the host siblings, you know, all our family together. So we had an amazing time, 5 days sleeping there in the cabins with a lot of people. It was a very cool, immersive experience. So RILA was probably the top part of the exchange right so far. And I'm living with Jen Ferguson right now. I don't know if you guys know her, a Rotarian from Lake Mary. And this spring break, I'm on a spring break right now. I went to New Smyrna with Terry, so she couldn't be here now, but we've been having an amazing time there. And thank you all. I'm very happy here. Thank you.
Well, when I see students from the Rotary Youth Exchange, I really enjoy that, because what we're really doing here through Rotary International is building international relationships here, one student at a time. And I know the students that we send overseas come back completely changed, and hopefully Lucas has been changed for the better with his experiences here in the US. And you're going to go back to your country, Brazil, right? And I'm sure that you'll do very well down there in the future. Okay, well, thanks very much for that. And now I believe it is time for our Happy Dollars. And Sasha Vanosky is going to be collecting Happy Dollars today.
Thank you, Dave. Today we're gonna collect Happy Dollars for John Stein and his project getting food for the children in the schools that we work with. We adding new schools from time to time, but having been involved in that project for a while and done a bunch of shopping trips, I can tell you that this is not just giving a few cans of dry food here and there. We're actually helping those kids survive, because particularly one school, half the children that attend that school come from homeless families. So they don't just, don't have a home, but some of them don't even have a shelter. And their families live in cars in the parking lot of the homeless shelter, waiting for a space to open up. So dig deep, be generous, because these kids need help. And I'm going to start it with 10 Happy Dollars. Thank you, John, for working on this project and giving us an opportunity to help the community. Danny?
I've got two Happy Dollars. One, when you bring somebody into Rotary or you have somebody under you, you hope that they achieve something really well. Well, AJ Range was president of the Vito Rotary Club the year I was governor, and he became district governor. So I'm very, very proud of AJ. The other, now this may not mean a lot to other people, but I was with the Lake Mary lacrosse program for 26 years. Their boys lacrosse team this year, we're halfway through the season. They're 8-0. They're the #1 ranked team in the country. And they've beaten 3 of the top 25, and they only have 2 seniors on the whole of the team. And if you know anything about lacrosse, one's a face-off middie, so they are really loaded. So I'm very proud of them.
The Happy Dollar, as we speak, my 4th grandchild is being born, another baby bulldog.
Bennett?
Rather than do a regular announcement up there, remember our Rotary golf tournament on May the 8th at the Palm Course. Last week, we talked about foursomes, and we've had some response, and we're doing them pretty well. I also mentioned that we were looking for gifts to go to the raffle and the silent auction. Please, if you've got somebody that you know that might have a business that could offer that, it would be great. Today, I'd like to mention another opportunity where businesses can help the Second Harvest Food Bank at the Rotary Golf Tournament by placing your advertisement logo on the golf cart. It hadn't been told yet, but it is here open to you this morning. It isn't on the website yet, but it will be placed on there. But it's $100 to put your logo on a cart at the golf tournament. So look, talk to your boss, see what you can do. We need your help. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
I have 5 Happy Dollars for each of our 4 student guests. Thank you for being here, and we wish you all great success.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have a happy $10 for our guests and for Dick, District Governor nominee designee. And I'm delighted that past District Governor Denny Career was my governor. I was very honored. And I am so delighted that he still thinks pretty well of me. And I'm glad I was not able to let him down. So thank you, Governor.
Thank you so much. George?
Just want to add, we have 3 of our students here today. This is what we do. This is our recognition in the local community, and we're happy to be able to do this. So I just want to make everyone aware that this is important. And the scholarships at Valencia are very important to our group as we go forward as the Rotary Club of Orlando.
Thank you, George.
I just want to put a happy dollar in. I'm just happy my wonderful sister-in-law, Crystal Clark, is here with us today. And she's a miracle in a lot of ways, and we're great to have her in our family. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, George.
5 happy dollars, one for sympathy for the America's most beloved basketball team, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Second one is for past District Governor AJ Range. It's good to have you here. Always good to have a past District Governor for another club visit. And for our newest member to be, Mary Crimmins, very happy that we're building our membership back.
Did I miss anyone? All right. Well, I'll skip the bad jokes and you.
All right, let's have a hand for Sasha here today. Come on. Great job, Sasha. You know, I know there's people in this club that come every week and they sit back and they enjoy the meeting and so, and some of them probably been thinking, you know, I'd like to get more involved in the presentation part of that meeting. I'd like to be up at the podium and contributing to the meeting some way. Well, guess what? You're going to have an opportunity to do that because right now, had a talk with past President Jim Stowers, and he is looking for people. He's looking for people who would like to come up here from time to time and give the invocation, from people that would like to from time to time do happy dollars like what Sasha just did. So if you're interested in getting in that involved in participation in the meeting like that, let Jim Stowers know. He'll get you on the list. And it's not a big job, believe me. It's not something that you're going to have to be spending a lot of time on, maybe once a month, maybe, right, Jim? Okay. Now to introduce our guest speaker today, I'd like to call past President Bill Pieper to come up and introduce our guest.
Thank you, David. We're running a little behind, so I'll keep my introduction short. Although I must say it amazes me how much goodwill and how many big hearts there are out there. These people working behind the scenes, taking no credit for anything, but just trying to help people. And that's our speaker today. Haley Hunt is CEO of the VERB Kind. It's a nonprofit organization she founded to mentor children that are incarcerated. And I'm not going to go through the whole resume, but she has an incredible background. And I will tell you, I don't want any of you to pillage her after, because her father was Morris Hunt, who played on the Alabama National Championship football team and is a 1969 graduate of Edgewater High School. So be kind to her. And with that, please welcome Haley Hunt.
Between Edgewater and Florida fans in here, I know that you guys, Edgewater, Boone, is this a Boone majority? Yeah, and then Florida, I'm sorry guys, SEC family. What a beautiful biscuit I am looking at, seriously. I just wanted to say, Rotary's not like, I've never been like, hey, I really want to join your club, because I love diversity. And this is such a I just wanted to recognize you guys. You're doing an incredible job at just being a beautiful array of what God loves. This is just incredible, you know? And so thank you for being so beautiful. We're going to show a video really quick to set the tone, and then I'm going to share for about 5 minutes, and then you guys can ask me whatever you want. So enjoy. It's okay. It may be on your desktop or in your. Yeah, so in the meantime, I'll tell you, I grew up in Orlando, Florida. I went to Winter Park High School, and my dad graduated in 1969 from Edgewater. Bear Bryant made his way down to Orlando, Florida, and offered my dad a scholarship if he could gain 40 pounds by August. He was 180 pounds, 190 pounds, offensive lineman. And so my dad did this nasty concoction of blackstrap molasses, which you can find actually in Whole Foods if you know what blackstrap molasses is, and some liver pills, gained 40 pounds, and spent 4 years playing for Coach Bryant. So my dad basically raised me like he was Coach Bryant. He was very tough. He was very tough, but I'm a tough cookie, so it was actually a blessing. While we're waiting, maybe we can show the video at the end. Is that okay? All right, there we go. So I know that none of you guys know me, but if you knew me, you would know that many things do not scare me in life, except maybe you guys watching me tee off on my first ball at a golf tournament coming up in May 8th. And in those scary moments, I have found myself also creating the most embarrassing moments of my life, like the time when I forgot to put the basket underneath the golf ball dispenser over at Dubstred, and 60 golf balls came dispensing to the ground, and right in front of a lot of people. I was so embarrassed. There are many moments in my life that I recall feeling afraid, including the first time that I walked into a room full of 22 teenagers in a detention center right on the corner of Michigan and Bumby. It wasn't the jail part that scared me, though. It was the fact that they knew I was a singer, and they were like, "You sing? Okay, sing then," so they could judge me. Based on my initial feeling, if you would have told me that I would have started a mentoring program in Orlando and then throughout the state of Florida to mentor kids in jail, I would have said that I had a better chance at, and we're going to play the video, but yeah, better chance at playing on the PGA Tour than starting this organization. So we're going to show a video really quick, and then I'm going to finish. Okay, don't worry. We'll keep going. We'll figure it out later. I'll email it to you guys, okay? You got to see this video. All right. It's okay. Yes, sir.
We'll put it in.
Yes, sir. We're going to put it in the newsletter. All right. I believe that strength can grow in numbers. And when I was asked to come to the jail for the first time, I didn't feel strong at all. I grew up in Orlando, Florida, thinking I would live my life as a singer, songwriter, marriage, family, and the white picket fence in front of the cute little house that everybody dreams about. My life would be safe and secure, not scary about, nothing scary about it until about 8 years ago when every picket of that fence started to break. My safe and secure life was over with. Everything broken, no husband, no career, no kids. And I found myself back in Orlando, Florida. I didn't even know what to tell about my life. I was there in a scary place, and even worse, I didn't even know what my purpose was in my life. Maybe your golf swing divorced you a long time ago, and maybe your putter cheated on you, and you pushed that putt and missed birdie again. Can you imagine it? I was 30 years old, and in the middle of my weakness, a lady invited me to jail. And the next week I was pulling into the parking lot on the corner of Bumby and Michigan at the Orange County Regional Juvenile Detention Center. And who would have known other than God that through heartache, I found my purpose and launched a movement called the VERB Kind. and our sole mission, come to jail with me. In fact, just to let you know why we're called the verb kind, we are an action kind of people. It was 2020, a lot of protests going on. People were talking, posting, whatever. And I just got sick of people talking too much. You're driving me crazy. You talk too much. What are we actually doing? Like, this is action. You guys are doing action things. And that's why we are called the verb kind. The scariest place on earth is not jail. In fact, the scariest place on earth is having a life without purpose. I know that it seems like it would be, the concrete walls always seem damp because the AC is turned down and the food isn't great. And some of the kids have made terrible choices. And there I am realizing this simple truth. My 93-year-old grandfather says to me many years ago, if you want to feel more fulfilled in life, get out of yourself and into others. After simply serving incarcerated youth, I felt new, but I also knew that someone had to figure this out. And so I want to share with you why I help kids in jail. The state doesn't like me to say jail, but it is what it is. They want to say detention center. But did you know that many incarcerated teens are there on drug-related charges? They've been employed to do the time for a drug pusher, since minors have easier sentences. So here's a kid with no means, okay, none, being offered some cash. They go to jail. They just don't finish high school. They don't even think about college, and they become a part of the cycle. On numerous occasions, teens have told me that they'd rather be in a detention center than at home because at least they have their own bed and 3 meals a day. And a lot of times it's safer. Can you imagine one of your kids saying something like that to someone? I know that our kids in the system know better, and whether they have a choice, need to feed their family, got caught up, or whatever it is. But I do not believe that they aren't worth rescuing. It's too early to give up on a 14-year-old, and research shows that mentoring changes a child's trajectory. 55% are more likely to attend school, 50% are more likely to attend college, and what a difference in the outcome of a mentored child has. In the beginning of 2020, Florida's leadership of the Department of Juvenile Justice called me and asked me to start the Verb Kind, a one-in-a-lifetime mentoring program in Orange County. And they said, hey, we need you to do this everywhere. And I said, how many counties? And they said 21. And I said, oh my gosh, this is not my plan. I was working for a pro athlete. I was helping pro athletes, some of your favorite athletes, if you're football fans, build their brands. I had a real career, and I really didn't have like this dream to do a nonprofit, but the desire ended up being birthed in my heart out of the blue. And God's divine hand was on this organization because he gave me the keys to the jail. We are bridging the gap between hope and hopelessness. And it is amazing what happens when you combine time, love, and direction into a kid's life. There's a national speaker called Josh Shipp, and he says that every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story. Look how many of us in this room who could have ended up in a totally different situation if it wasn't for our home life, luck, whatever you want to call it, the grace of God. Our vision for the future is to duplicate our hope dealing across the state and eventually go national. In fact, just for fun, I had to get out of Florida for these grants. They're like, oh, you're just in Florida? What about other states? So I went straight to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Called the A Club. I said, guys, I'm coming here. They're like, you do what? It went incredible. And now we have students from the University of Alabama. We have the athletic department involved, and it's been amazing. So we're about to grow in Alabama as well. To end my time with you this morning, a few months back, it was actually last May, I moved back from Fort Lauderdale and came back to Orlando, and I was featured on this magazine called Winter Park Families magazine, right? In 32789 zip code. And I wish I could give you a copy, but I'm like on the front of this magazine with a bright yellow dress, looks like Belle from Disney. And I loved the idea of being on the front of that cover one day, with my cute little family in front of the cute little house with the white picket fence, the husband, the dog, the kids, all that stuff, And so they started to write the article, and that fear started to well up in me again. Like, what are they going to say about this girl? Most likely to become famous homecoming queen of Winter Park High School, 2002. She's back in Orlando doing what? Like, nothing happened for you. Your music career didn't work out. Your TV show never worked out. Oh, and you don't have kids, a husband, nothing. Like, it all, But by the grace of God, I remembered that just 3 years ago, I had a production deal and it fell apart. And then I stand in front of these kids all the time and I say, I know y'all think what do you guys want to be when you grow up? But you can't say music or athlete because, everybody in the detention center, they want to either do music or they want to be an athlete. And I say, hey, I thought I was going to be famous, but sometimes life doesn't work out the way that you think it is. And sometimes most of the time, it's better than you could have ever imagined. And so I always tell the kids, like, if my life turned out right the way I thought, I would not be here, honey. I would probably be in LA somewhere with my own kids, okay? Not you. But how grateful I am and how grateful are these kids and being able to have the time and the resource and to be able to come into a place like this and say, hey, this is actually an opportunity. Like, you actually can help these kids. And so I just leave you guys with this. I started Come to Jail with Me because I didn't know how to say it. Hey, do you want to come to the detention center with me? I'm like, no, do you want to come to jail with me? Because it is scary and you go in and you meet these kids. But every week on a Monday night, we have groups of people that go in and we spend time with these kids and we meet them where they're at. Some of these kids are in there for, I was just telling somebody, I met this homeless kid. He was in there because he broke a computer in a homeless shelter because he was mad because his mom doesn't want him anymore. And he broke a computer. But there's other kids that, have done really bad things. And when they can hear that there is hope for them, some kids feel like there's no hope at all, that they'll always be stuck. And so I just wanted to encourage you guys. I started Come to Jail with Me, the VERB Kind, to change lives. We're in 9 counties in the state of Florida. Orange County is our hub. And if you guys are interested, if you guys want to make an impact, if you have a resource, if you want to come to our golf tournament, I'm coming to yours. Y'all come to mine. We're going to get a foursome. But we are desperate for help. And our favorite, best, most amazing part that's coming this year is that we are starting to bridge the gap between the resources and the children, because there's a lot of resources in this city that a lot of people raise a lot of money for a lot of things. But for some reason, the people that it's raised for can't find the resource. So we have access to these kids that need hope. And so maybe you guys have been to jail before. Maybe nobody knows that. Maybe it's a secret. Yeah, when you were 15, you got, locked up or whatever. You know what it feels like, And to be honest, we all deserve jail in some way, shape, or form. So I just wanted to thank you so much for letting me share my heart and this vision. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for having me.
Haley.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hi.
Your sister-in-law is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My name is Judd Peterson. I grew up here, met your dad about 52 years ago. He told me about the blackstrap molasses. He said he gained 60 pounds.
Okay, sorry, Dad. Sorry, I'm 60 pounds. I should know this better.
You might have this for right. I started drinking it, worst tasting thing in the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Although after a while you get used to it. But
Wow.
my question is, what are some of the things? And by the way, I went to Boone. 3 of my teammates, Robin Parkhouse, Wayne Wood,
Incredible.
Steve Dean, played with your dad.
Yes, sir.
In Florida and Alabama. Should have been at Florida. That's right. Anyway, but what are some of the things that you guys do, like basic mentoring things that you do when you get a couple of things you focus on with each of the kids, the primary things you focus on?
That's a great question. So one of the nights we have a playbook. Obviously we have a playbook, right? And everything is football based kind of, we huddle with our team before we go in, and each month we have a theme, and it's either forgiveness or career and destiny or purpose or mindset or whatever it is. So one night we have career night, and we set up these stations. And I mean, you walk into this room and there's, 25 high schoolers, teenagers in jail clothes, like just got out of school, like they're just hanging out, and you set them up in these different stations. We've got the resume station. We've got the interview station. We have the tying a tie station. These kids have never been taught how to tie a tie, let alone have a father figure or a man go, hey, this is how you do it. Well, at first they're like, that's dumb. 5 minutes later, they're learning to tie a tie. They're walking around going, hey, Miss Haley, let me show you how to tie a tie. I mean, the whole entire thing changes because they got a little bit of courage, and it means something to them. They don't care what you look like. It's a man that has taught them something, and it means a lot. And you go, hey man, good job. It changes the whole thing. So being able to teach them about career and how to shake a hand and look at you in the eye, and helping them build a resume. I mean, just to sit down and build a resume, they're like, I'm not good at anything. Well, you're an entrepreneur. There's a lot of entrepreneurs in this place. Are there? You know, like, you guys know how to make money, honey. Okay, we just got to direct it a little bit. So oh yeah, I do know how to make money. Yes. So let's figure out what you're good at. You have an amazing personality, or you're really good at details, you know? So we help them with their career and just thinking outside the box from whatever little box they live in. We also critical thinking. And so we have a list of 9 focuses that we really write our playbook around, so that they can leave with skills. And then we want to partner with people like your sister-in-law, where they teach skills with virtual reality and are able to teach these kids stuff that, you know, they would have never learned. You know what I mean? Like, some of these kids are never going to go to university ever, but if they can learn a trade and we can teach them those kind of things, then, but also about the heart and that they're forgiven, you know, because I was telling her, you can teach a kid how to fish, but if his heart is broken and he feels like he's not worthy to even get the fish, then, and that's where the whole thing is. The state's like, what are you teaching them? You know, whatever. We're going, it's both. We're trying to reach them in their heart. So there's a lot. So if you guys have a skill set or want to come teach them something, I don't want your mindset to be, I can't really relate to them. You think I can relate to them? They always walk in, they're like, Miss Haley, you famous. You know, they think I'm like some, you know, and then, but now they see me and they meet me and they ask for me you walk in 1 week, I promise you, you're going to be the guy that they ask for the next, 5 weeks. Cause it just means something to them that you have shown up for them and you would meet them there, Anyway. Yes, ma'am. Oh, sorry.
Haley, I was wondering if you could tell us about the process to be a mentor. Do you have to get fingerprinted, screened? And also, what is the time frame on Monday nights? Is it weekly, monthly?
Thank you for asking. Yeah. So the first time you just show up. So you tell me, hey, I'd love to come on a Monday night. If Monday night doesn't work for you, I run the organization so we can work something out here in Orlando. But you come to jail with us. It starts at 5:30 and we're there from 5:30 to 7:30. We usually see 2 groups of kids. There's boys and girls. It's separate. So if your heart is, to really see the girls, you can go with our group to see the girls. And then we see groups of boys. It's about 2 hours. And after that, if you decide it's something that you just want to do, there is a fingerprint and application process. And it takes about 2 or 3 weeks to get approved by the state of Florida. And even if you've been arrested before, unless you have something really bad, they don't usually count that against you. So just FYI. I see some bad guys in here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Haley, what kind of training do you give your volunteers, and how many do you have in the organization at the present time?
Yes, sir. So the average in each county right now is about 20 per, and we have 10 counties, so 200 volunteers, but we probably have close to 500 that come in and out. You serve for 3 or 4 months, and then your grandchild is born and you have to go take care, and and then life happens and you come back. So we have about 400 volunteers, 400 or 500, and we do trauma training. We teach our mentors how to deal with kids with trauma, how to communicate better, and how to deal with kids that don't want to talk to you, because a lot of times there are kids that just don't want you there. And if you can break that ice, it's powerful. So we do train our volunteers how to act better.
Going on the other side of the room, Haley, hold
sir.
on.
Hi there. Do you do any NAAA type situations in there too?
So you're talking about
NA, Narcotics Anonymous?
yeah. No, and we would probably love to do that. And to be honest, we don't see a ton of kids who are addicted to those kind of things, but I do know that we would love to invite that in. So if you can bring that to us, that would be amazing.
Haley, what kind of, where do you get your funding and what's the structure of the organization? And if you would repeat again how you got the very unique name of VERB.
Yes, sir. In 2020, I started calling it the VERB Kind because we are an action kind of people, and VERB stands for victory every day, restoring belief every day. We are getting victory every day by restoring belief, not only in these kids, but in humanity, because most of you guys and me have written these kids off and we don't believe in them. You know, they're just like, meh. But we're restoring belief. Our structure, we have a board. It's a beautiful board of very influential people from Washington and California and, you know, Alabama and wherever that have been in this system in different areas, from data to social justice and all of that. And then how we get our funding is by the grace of God, to be honest, because a lot of people, you know, they'd rather give to sick kids in the hospital. And my thought is these kids are sick too. You know, they are sick, their heart is sick. And so we are trying to do some events and team up with partners that believe in our mission. And it's not an easy cause to raise money for, but God's providing. So
Do you have any fundraisers?
we do have like, are we having an event coming soon?
Yeah, May 8th, yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, well, we have a fundraiser coming up June. It's at Champions Gate. It's a golf tournament, but also we have some donors that we've partnered up with too, but we're always looking for more donors. So if this is on your heart and you guys want to partner with us, we would love to partner with you.
Anybody else have any questions? Hold on just a minute.
Yes.
Do you have a website?
Yes, I have some pamphlets in my purse. So if you want, come see me afterwards, but it's literally theverbkind.com. So theverbkind.com.
Haley, thank you for what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Good luck with it. God bless.
All right, thank you, Haley. That's a great job. Great great talk. And now, Denny, it's time to find out who our lucky winner is. It's going to have a chance of finding the Queen of Spades. Did I get that right this time?
True, yeah, it's right here.
We're up to around
Maybe I
$800.
left it over there. I may have left it for my yoga.
Okay, the winner is 040034. David Rose. No? Oh.
Somebody's got it. Had to be somebody just after me, because I got 3-1. Who's got 3-4?
I'll look at myself. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, David's got
Okay,
it.
I got it myself. This is not rigged, just because Denny won it the first time and I'm winning it today. All right, let's give it a try. Queen of Spades. Nope, not it.
We'd have to tear it up.
Okay,
Okay, one less for next week.
all right.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, that was fun. Those of you that don't buy the tickets, you got it under. It's really a lot of fun to go for that card. Okay, well, this concludes our meeting. So remember, we're a business club. Do business with Rotarians. Always remember to be well, be safe, be involved, and be a Rotarian. Now, please join me in the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Our meeting is adjourned.